There we go. Welcome aboard. Yep. And need a second or two here, and we're good to go. We are good to go. Here you go. Nothing like last minute on the run. And that's really what we're talking about here today is the on the run thing, right? I mean, it's just incredible. What is going on in Ukraine. It's just terrible, actually. Really, really, truly terrible. But, there are certain things that just happen that you just got to really thank people for doing what it is that they do. And today is definitely one of those days. I'm going to get this website up over here as soon as I possibly can. This way you can see what it is. But really what I want to do is show to you that site right there. That's it. Ukraine, you are not alone. That is right. That's a public page. We're going to leave it up there for you. So that is a Facebook group page. And this is really what we're going to talk about here. My good friend Lotta, met her through Toastmasters. Can't say enough about the people inside of Toastmasters. Yeah, I mean, organizations are great, but a lot of times they're vehicles. They're vehicles that we use to meet great people. And this happens to be one of these stories that I want to share with you. So Lotta is has got family, friends in Ukraine. As she had mentioned, she speaks Ukrainian before she spoke English. But, the woman has got a lot of friends, over there, and she's speaking to them on an ongoing basis. So she came up with this idea, and as Toastmasters do, different ways to communicate. But she came up with the idea of this page that is a Facebook group page open to everybody. It's called Ukraine, You Are Not Alone. Bright colors, right? Yellow and blue. So really, I think what makes this page unique is the fact that it allows you the chance to communicate with the people in Ukraine. See, what's happening with the news stations is that they're limited for one, and we just use that word limited across the board. The ones that are actually operating in Ukraine, operating without any interference from anybody outside. In other words, really speaking what is going on in Ukraine from the Ukrainian point of view, the person on the street. Well, it's getting limited, or it is limited, and kind of, I'm sure it's quite the challenge. And then Russian TV is for the most part ruled by Putin. So you've got the Russian point of view. Nobody's hearing your point of view, are they? But they can. And they can. They can not only hear your point of view, but they can hear your support. And I mean hear your support. It's actually pretty darn easy to do. So what you can do is go on that page. It's an open page, and just type out whatever you'd like to type out. Again, there are rules with everything. I mean, this is a support page, so it's a support page. I'm going to support what the Ukrainians are going through. But this information is getting to the people that are actually in some of these shelters, in some of these bomb shelters, in places where they just can't escape or they can't leave where they're at. And of course, everybody else could hear it. Everybody else could listen and read what it is that you wrote. But the message is geared toward, and it should be geared toward those people that have found themselves in an incredible situation, that they're trying to figure out desperately how to get out of that situation, while the rest of the world is trying to figure out how to make this situation kind of go away, get resolved, figured out. And I don't know how that's going to play itself out. I just don't know how that's going to play itself out. Hopefully not a terrible ending. Hopefully some ending that makes sense for people. And, well, like I said, we will talk about that some other day. But right now, I just want to share this with you. So the question is, the question is, how do you post on this thing? Easy enough. Just go. So in the description of this video, I actually put it in over there, the link to it. You should be able to see that. I'm going to do that again over here, actually right now, for those of you that are listening live or see these posts as they come across. So there is the Facebook page there. Tell Lottie you said hello. By all means, certainly do that. So you can write, or you can shoot a video. And I can tell you something. It's pretty darn easy to shoot a video. All you need to do is pick up your phone and shoot a video. And then you could upload it over here. What I did, which was super easy, as I went to YouTube, I have a YouTube page, and it's a free thing to set up. But you can go to YouTube and you just have the video over there. Then you shoot a video. You can even edit it if you'd like. There's some editing capabilities that go along with that, clip the ends and that kind of thing. You don't like exactly what you said. You maybe didn't say exactly what you wanted to say. You rambled on, went too short, whatever it might be. You just do it again. Just keep doing it until you're comfortable with what it is. Then you take that link and you post it in over here. You post it right up on the website, and you can make a few extra comments that goes along with that. It's really easy to do. Now, it's easy for us to do on one side of it. The question is, how important is it for you to do? I think it's very important for those folks in Ukraine to understand that they are not alone, as the Facebook page says, but they are not. They're really not. It's incredible. It's awesome. It's really wonderful to see how many folks in the world over here, are supportive of it. Scary to know that not everybody is, but most of the world really seems to be on board with this whole, with the idea of supporting Ukraine, and seems that drawing that line in the sand, is really there. That NATO line in the sand seems to be the line in the sand, in this case. We'll see how things progress. I know it's been it seems like it's been well, from the outside world standpoint, seems like it's been an economic war. If you're in Ukraine, it's not an economic war. It definitely is a war. People getting killed, hurt, places getting bombed, hospitals getting bombed. It's, really, I don't get it. But you can make a difference. Now, there's different nonprofits you could donate to. My comment to that is make sure that you know exactly who it is that you are donating to. Make sure that it is a credible institution that you're passing your money through or goods through, however you're going to, to support it. But take a look into that. This world is filled with all kinds of people. So whatever it is that you're going to do in that respect, just without a doubt, make sure you do your research, and that the organization that you are giving your funds to is going to get the money to the place that you are looking to support. And sometimes there are expenses, okay, all well and good. We discussed that with the different nonprofit world. There are expenses. Nonprofits don't mean that they don't have expenses. They do have expenses. And obviously, if you want to support a group that's sending food and clothing and stuff like that out to some of these areas, there are expenses that go along with that. So that's all viable and realistic. But make sure that those expenses are in line with what it is that they are doing. So look into it. There is a website I will continue to say to go to. It's called Charity Navigator. If these are new charities that are popping up, new 501c3s, I don't know if they're going to be on the site there. So this is going to be a matter of you putting some time, energy, and effort into researching that out. Research it out. Make sure that whatever it is that you do goes where it's supposed to go to, and make it work that way. That's going to be an important thing to do. But let's get back over here. Can you write a comment on this page? Absolutely. Write a comment on this page. Can you shoot a video? Simple, right? The one I did was, I think it was a minute and a half or so, a little less than a minute and a half. It doesn't have to be long. Maybe it shouldn't be long. It should be just something quick and to the point, just let people know. Maybe you don't want to shoot a video, you want to write something, that's all good. Just subscribe to it, add your name to the page, just share it a little bit. Looking to get this one out there, a bit. What Lotta does is true. It's true to the heart. She's very sincere in her efforts in what it is she's doing. It's an honor of mine to support some of the things that she does. This happens to be one of those things that definitely want to get behind and see if I can help her out with as that goes along. Which in turn means that some of what I do means asking you to do what it is that you do. Not asking for money, asking for a video maybe, asking for you to share this one. It's important. I just wonder, I really wonder, talk about the outcome of this whole thing. Wonder who's going to actually decide the outcome of this war. You know, so there was a son I mentioned yesterday. There was a son that called his father. The son is in Ukraine. The father is in Russia. Has always been in Russia. Father calls the son calls the father. Father just asks him just any normal conversation. How you doing? Da, da, da. Didn't really speak about nothing. The father never even equated to the fact that the son was in Ukraine and there was a war going on. Remember, the father in Russia is being told this is a special military operation. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know. Who knows? Could mean anything. Can mean anything. But if you're hearing one side of any story and you're a positive person, you just assume it's something that's good that's going on. Some of the information they're being told, it's nowhere near the truth. I mean, it's just nowhere near the truth. But if you never hear another person's point of view, another side to something, you're just going to assume everything's being done and being done for the right reason. That's what the father was thinking. The son was trying to explain to him that, no, that's not what's going on. It's a whole different world, a whole different war that's going on over in Ukraine. And based upon that one video that was just shared with everybody, the message did not get across to the father. So now this is the what if. This is the where I really wonder. What if the messages that you do, that Lotta does, that the other folks that are contributing to this site goes viral? What if it really gets out and gets out to everybody? Because the internet is all over the world, right? Including the people in Russia get this. What if they start hearing some of the other stories, some of the other points of view, some of the other realities of what's going on? And then what I've seen, there have been some protests that have taken place in Russia by different people, which is a very risky thing for them to do. It's not that risky of a thing for you to do, to go shoot a video, make a comment, put up a post on this thing. And if that got all around the world, if the general public got behind this war, and this not economic war, but an ethical war, and really started sharing out the other side of it, the really what in the world is going on here. The Ukrainian people ain't do anything. Zelensky's a Jew, not exactly a neo-Nazi. He's a Jewish guy, turning out to be a hell of a leader. There are going to be books about the way he's led this thing. I got to tell you that. Some of those comments just absolutely incredible with what he's doing and how he's leading the people, how he's with the different military, how he's with the people, how he's staying there. He's not going anyplace. He is there. He is absolutely there with and for the people of Ukraine. That's an incredible thing. That really is. That really is an amazing leadership skill, leadership talent, leadership, internal leadership ability. Because that's not made. That just is. He is just doing what he is. And that's it. If you go back and take a look at the history of him, he wasn't the politician in a political career going forward. He was doing other things that never would have thought that would lead itself to him becoming the leader of Ukraine. Yet he's there. Maybe the people of Ukraine saw the sincerity inside of him. And that's why he got elected. That's why he's leading Ukraine. And that is why he's leading Ukraine the way he is leading the way he is in Ukraine. Because he's just a natural leader. He is part of the people. He is the people. He is a true embodiment of what that whole area stands for. So what if that message really got out to some of the folks that are on the other side of this thing? Think about the impact of that. Wouldn't that be an interesting outcome over here? That this economic war in one respect, this military war in another respect, actually became the people's war, the people of the world's war, where they went in and they had a voice and they made a difference. And that's the opportunity you have here today, is for you as an individual to really truly make a difference. Sure, a lot of companies have stood up and said they're not going to do business with Russia anymore. They're closing operations down over there. It means the general population of Russia is seeing these things. They're seeing the impact of it. They have to be questioning why that is taking place. Why would these companies just say, no, that's it, we're done? These are regular companies, regular retail stores that you and I go to all the time that are operating in Russia. They just, that's it, closing shop, calling it a day. Talk about an economic impact too. There's a lot of people that were employed, no longer employed. A lot of stores closing. Think they're going to wonder why? If they don't know already? Yeah, probably will. Are they going to get it from the news stations as to why? Maybe they're going to get some story over there, but they can get another story from you. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. So this is your chance to become, maybe not a YouTube star, but at least to do your first YouTube if you've never done it, your first video if you've never done it, and to share the thoughts of others if you don't want to shoot that video, and let those people of Ukraine know that they are not alone and that you do care, and you do care by showing. Just join right on this page over here. That's where we're going to leave it for you today. So if you can, and I know you can, share your thoughts, share the page, and share your support for the people of Ukraine. Speak well, speak often, and help others live inspired.